ready to match the stars. Noel Ferrier. Gloria Dawn. Ugly Dave Gray. In green, Carol Ray. Green with envy, Stuart Wagstaff. And a rhapsody in green, John English. As we play Graham Kennedy as Blankety Blanks. And now, here he is, the man who's not just a pretty face, Graham Kennedy.
Yeah, thank you. No, stop it, please. Oh, you have? Welcome to the cleanest show on television. And it is the cleanest show on television because before we go on, even our blanks are inspected, aren't they? Oh. Brand new week, brand new panel almost. Noel Ferrier.
Hello.
Noel, is it true that everyone is watching us at Sydney Grammar?
This is absolutely spot on.
Noel has a young man, a young son. Timothy.
Not lately.
I
yes.
met Tim.
I know you did.
And he goes to Sydney Grammar, and everyone there watches.
Everyone is glued to it.
I believe we're quite big at Cleveland Street, too.
Go down very well.
I'm told. Gloria Dawn. I don't believe you're really here because I wanted you to be in Blankety Blanks.
Touch.
She is here and she's looking lovely.
Thank you.
Gloria, you're starring in The Young Mo.
Well, I'm co-starring, I suppose you'd say, yes.
In Sydney?
In Sydney at the Nimrod Theatre.
The Nimrod Theatre. Is going well?
It is going very well,
Packing them in?
Oh, of course. I suggest anyone who wants to see it to hurry up and get along because it'll be finishing soon.
Thanks, Gloria.
That's all right.
And thank you for being on Blankety Blanks.
My pleasure.
I'm not very happy tonight.
What's wrong?
Well, because over the weekend, my next-door neighbour, the wife, she passed away.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yes, she did. And just before she died, she said to her husband, she said, I have a confession to make to you. I've been unfaithful to you. He said, I know, that's why I poisoned you.
That's a very old sketch.
Oh, well,
No, I mean, it's fun that I've just heard it as a joke, but we used to do it. We get 10 minutes out of that, though.
Thank you.
Carol Ray!
Hello, darling.
How's Douglas Fairbanks?
Oh, divine. Absolutely divine, but not nearly as divine as you.
Well, no, he's got a few years on me, hasn't he?
Oh, he has.
Does he wear a little hearing aid and they tell him what to do?
Walks with a wooden leg and in a wheelchair, but stunning.
Stunning. You're stunning too, Carol. Hello, Stuart. What are you in?
What am I in trouble, actually?
Are you really?
Yes.
Again.
I knew it would happen eventually. That damn Vice Squad, they really do get around,
I
don't
know,
they?
it's very
Checking
tricky.
all the time.
Yes.
No, you're in a film.
Oh, All at Sea.
All at Sea. Be
Yeah.
watching for it on your television screen. It's not a movie, is it?
No, it's a television movie.
It's a television
I don't know
movie.
when it's going to be on.
We'll wait for it. We won't hold our breath, but we'll wait.
No, it's very funny.
John English,
Yes.
what are you doing here?
I'm back.
What have you've done that album?
Yes, well, I'm still doing it, actually.
Do we
no,
have-
I've done it.
Do we have a name for it yet? See, it's very confusing. Please understand our problem. It's the 28th of February, but only in Sydney. It's March everywhere else. Do we have a title for that album?
Yes, it's called Minutes to Midnight.
Minutes to Midnight, be watching for that. Discounted at your local supermarket. John English. And we have Will Hornman, who's our current champion, and meet our new challenger, Robin Reed. Robin, tell us the Robin Reed story.
Well, I've been married 21 years.
21
Yes.
years? You must have been a child bride. You were 12.
Thank you, Graham.
Let me look a little closer. I know you weren't. Tell us more.
Well, I have 3 children.
Yes.
And I work for Tip Top Bakery, Surrey Hills, in the pay office.
Do you really?
Yes, I do.
Oh. No, you're our challenger, so you get A or B.
B.
B. Let's see what's on B. You all happy and ready for this?
Of course.
Oh, spot on.
We'll try.
I'm not sure that I am. Wayne said, I just saw a science fiction movie that takes place in Canberra. All the politicians in it are blank. Now, the clue there is science fiction. Wayne said, I just saw a science fiction movie that takes place in Canberra. All the politicians in it are blank. A science fiction movie. Shove it in, Gloria, when you've written it. Shove it right in, my love. That's it.
Is that it?
That's it. Robin, Wayne said, I just saw a science fiction movie that takes place in Canberra. All the politicians in it are...
Green.
Oh.
Martians.
green.
Martians.
We'll see if we can get a match.
What a funny car.
Noel, I know. He's being po-faced here, but he's got green nestling in there. I just know he has. Robots, yes. Gloria, do we have a...
Oh, well, you see, I'm one of those people that like to be in the circle, so to speak, so I happen to put robots.
Robots, too. Oh, robots seems...
You know, the women up there are 10 feet tall. Did you know that?
Where?
Up on the thing, outer space. And yes.
Are the women 10 feet tall?
Because one of the guys landed there and said, take me to your ladder, I'll talk to your leader later. I think Robin... Didn't Robin say green Martians?
Yes, she did. Oh, that's a match. It's not a match. She did say green and then said Martians. Oh. No, oh well, Tony the moustache twirler, we can do without you too, you know. Carol?
Yes, darling.
I'll just take my cord from under your frock.
Oh, God. I'm glad that's all.
Wayne said, I just saw a science fiction movie that takes place in Canberra. All the politicians in it are blank.
Well, you see, we're all in green, but we're not Martians, are we? So I rather discounted Martians. I put...
Robots.
You see?
I had a different
darling.
idea. I went a different route in this.
Did you?
What have you got, Stuart?
I've got zombies.
Zombies is more along what I was thinking, yes. John, do we have...
Well, I've had experience at this game, Graham, so
I know you
went,
have. Green is a match. I would never have thought.
I would never thought of green.
No, do you know what I was expecting? Science fiction, I thought, like, intelligent.
Why?
Read the rest of the question.
Why? I don't understand.
Wayne said, I just saw a science fiction movie that takes place in Canberra. All the politicians in it are intelligent. I thought
Yes.
that's a
That's
superb
science fiction,
answer.
of course,
Because
yes.
it's science fiction. You fell!
Oh, you...
Sorry about that.
Will Hornman.
You made us feel so awful.
I didn't mean to, Noel.
Oh, well, all right.
Forgive me. I know not what I do. I don't either. It's been a dry month. Explodo, the human cannonball, said, over the past 20 years... no, hang on. I'll give a different characterisation to this. Explodo, the human cannonball, said, over the past 20 years of being shot out of a cannon, I've broken everything but my blank. This is what Explodo, the human cannonball, said. See, he'd be in a circus. Explodo, the human cannonball, said, over the past 20 years of being shot out of a cannon, I've broken everything but my blank. Dull answer?
I rather felt that. Thanks for reminding me.
Oh, Noel's in.
I'm done.
You're done. Everyone's done. No, Carol's having a bit of a...
Well, I'm having a problem, as usual. Right.
Right. Here we go. Will, Explodo, the human cannonball, said, over the past 20 years of being shot out of a cannon, I've broken everything but my...
I'd say nose.
But my nose.
Oh.
Nose. Hey. They like that nose. The audience clapped like mad then.
I have no rapport at all.
Oh, you have?
No.
You're covered in rapport.
No, not a tint, not a split pea. Oh, I can't get it out again.
I know, Noel. This has been your problem. Wick.
Well, I mean to say, it's obvious,
I've
isn't
broken
it?
everything that I've wicked.
Every cannonball has a wick.
Of course.
Didn't you know?
Yes. Every inch a king, every foot a ruler. Noel comes up with some zingers like he introduced Tit-Bit to the show not too many weeks ago.
And not a moment too soon.
Explodo, the human cannonball. What did he break everything but?
Oh, well,
Gloria?
I went for the terribly what I thought obvious.
Well, it might...
and said your bushel and peck. Oh,
Your
upside
neck.
down, neck.
Neck. Neck's all right.
You're not carried away with that,
Not
are you?
thrilled. No, it doesn't worry me. It's the man over there who's really sweating.
Yes, of course.
Hello, Dave.
My mother used to be a human cannonball.
Did she really?
Oh, yes.
What happened
They
to
used
her?
to shoot her out of a cannon. She never used a net. No, really, just kept her hair in rollers, actually.
Tricked again.
I put neck as well.
Neck.
Oh, look. I was hoping to match because he's so beautiful, that gentleman, but I put...
Head. Head's,
good, you
head's
see?
not a match?
Well, as he was talking and saying something, I thought the only thing he hadn't broken was his tongue.
Tongue. Dull answer, as I said.
Thank you.
John English.
Well, if he'd been doing it for 20 years, I think the only thing he wouldn't have broken would be his bank
His bank account is clever. It's clever.
It is.
It really is clever. Listen, we'll be back with this fascinating round soon after we sell this stuff on your local station. Oh, Carol, don't say things like that.
I thought it was.
It's not. It's fastened securely.
I was worried.
Are you a people watcher? I'm a people watcher. Sometimes when I'm early in the evening, just before I come out to do the show here at Channel 10, I sit in the foyer at the Boulevard and just watch people.
And what do you see?
All kinds of wonderful people. I'm a people watcher.
I like people.
What's happening here?
Not a thing, not a thing.
No, I have a little watch of all the people. No, you see me anytime, any early evening at the Boulevard in the foyer, you'll see me there being mobbed.
It's a good spot.
What is happening here? Oh, round A or B?
B.
B. And everybody plays except John English, which has thrilled a lot of us. Gail said, my husband's very peculiar.
Oh, she's butch. Well, your voice was very deep. I didn't know why you didn't want to put your high ones.
Carol, have you entirely finished? May I have control of my program?
Yes, please do.
Thank you, Carol. You won't be saying that to Doug Fairbanks.
No, no.
Gail said, my husband's very peculiar. Happy?
Love it.
Gail said, my husband's very peculiar. For our ivory wedding anniversary, he gave me a blank. That's what Gail said. My husband's very peculiar. For our ivory wedding anniversary, he gave me a blank. Don't you wish you were playing? You've got an answer. I know you've got an answer.
Well, it's so straightforward.
Well, no, it's not. I've just seen two answers. It's not terribly straightforward at all.
I'm really confused about all this.
Gloria, darling, do you want the question again?
That's ivory, is it? As in things?
I wouldn't say anything.
Oh, I see. No, all right.
What
then.
is ivory? How many years?
How many years?
Well, I'll...
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, I-V-O-R-Y.
Thank you, Grace.
How many years, does anybody know in our vast studio audience how many years you have to be married to get an ivory present on your ivory anniversary?
6 months.
6 months.
Well, my answer will do.
Well, I don't think we'll worry about that, Gloria. Just
No,
write
all right,
something
then.
in there
Just-
and...
Yes, all right.
I mean, you know...
There we are. I've
Thank you,
done
my
so.
darling. Righto. Robin. Gail said, my husband's very peculiar. For our ivory wedding anniversary, he gave me a...
Elephant's
An
tusk.
elephant's tusk. An elephant's tusk. I thought elephant might have been sufficient.
What did you say?
An elephant's tusk.
Well, she's wrong.
Why, what is it?
Because that's what it is.
Elephant.
You're a silly.
You shouldn't have added tusk, my love. You should
never
have
was
just
lucky.
left it at a dear old pachyderm. I didn't know I was going to say that.
I wish I hadn't.
Means an
yes.
elephant. Gloria, a little elephant there, do you think, my
Well,
darling?
look, I'm very glad that the dear soul did say tusk, because that's exactly what I've put down.
Tusk is a match. A horn.
That's another name for a tusk.
Just hang on a second. Gloria said my husband's very peculiar for Aaron. Dear, oh dear. Hello, Carol, darling. Did you put piano or elephant or what?
No, because you not knowing how long ivory was, and now that John has said 6 months, my answer doesn't qualify. I've been married 25 years, so that's silver. Ivory seems a long time ago. I am going to finish. Don't get...
You don't have to, darling.
But I put... If they've only been married 6 months, it won't work, will
Yeah,
it?
but I made that up.
Well, yes. It could have been caesarean.
Yes.
I mean, by caesarean
Well,
section.
it was a good thought.
Yes, it could have been premature.
I'm
Don't
sorry.
be embarrassed. Nobody does that anymore. Yes, I mean, they do it. I know they do it. But they don't necessarily go to the church first. Gail said,
Yeah, I know.
my husband's very... I know. See, they said I read the questions too often. But I was taught to do that by our late executive producer.
Yes, you did.
Oh, you could see. He's in Brisbane, which is a lovely place.
Yes. I was thinking of a different sort of ivory, and so I came up with toothbrush.
Toothbrush?
Yes. Ivory wedding.
Toothbrush.
Ivory.
That is possibly
The worst answer.
high
you've
up
seen.
on the campus dancer of all time. All right, Will Hornman. Jerry isn't very intellectual. All he goes to the library for is to take out the blank. And, Will, you need 3 to win. Jerry isn't very intellectual. All he goes to the library for is to take out the blank. And everybody plays.
Saying the same thing.
Everybody plays. John is not quite sure how to spell it. Dave isn't at all convinced. And we're just waiting on Gloria, and Gloria's in. Right. Will, Jerry isn't very intellectual. All he goes to the library for is to take out the...
Librarian.
Librarian, of course. Now, all you need are 3 librarians and you're our champion again.
Well, who is it again? He's stiff up on this counter, I can tell you right now.
He said the librarian.
Wrong.
That's what I thought of.
Yes.
What have you got him taking out?
I've got him taking out that, of course.
Taking out comics.
Comics, you see.
Because he isn't very intellectual.
intellectual,
Yes, probably that's a better answer.
Morning.
Gloria, comics, the librarian.
What about that?
An upside-down librarian. That's a match. Dave, what have you got? Newspaper, because he isn't very intellectual.
Right.
Well, I don't know. There are some very intellectual newspapers. I can't think of one immediately. Yes, the Melbourne Age, I imagine, and the Sydney Morning Herald. Not to mention the Courier Mail, the Hobart Mercury, and the Adelaide Advertiser, and the War Cry.
Woman's Own Journal.
The what?
Woman's Own
Woman's
Journal.
Own Journal. Women's Weekly. I don't want to get into rows with anybody. Librarian is a match. Oh!
This puts a vast air of responsibility on me once more, doesn't it?
Both you and John.
Me and John.
Yes.
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 Do you want me to give it to you again?
I've got it. Librarian.
Librarian! 3 to win. That's the win. What happened to the trumpet thing? Oh, I see. Will, come up here with me. Robin, you didn't last very long with us.
No, I didn't.
It's not your fault. It's the way the questions are computerised.
No, they were very good.
And it has to do with the size of the audience. But you go home with the most beautiful present from the Toshiba people.
Thank you
and
very
we thank
much,
you for
Graham.
playing Blankety
Thank you.
Blanks. All say goodbye to Robin. Goodbye, Robin. Don't forget to write. Send us a card on your return. Now, Will, I just want to... Will, come up here. We're going to play Super Match with Will right after we sell this stuff. We've got to get rid of this gear. Don't go away. Guess what we did?